Hello lovely people, as you can see somebody's chopped my ear off. Alright, so I needed to be renewed. I think situation is probably getting us all down. If you watch this in the future, this is when we were confined for so many weeks at home. It's lovely being at home, but sometimes you want to do different things and you don't want to get depressed, so I thought, chop my ear off. Right, today's lesson number 5. What we're going to do, we're going to look at, again, a grammar activity. We're going to correct it. We're going to comment on it quickly. And then what we're going to do, we're going to look at the second part of the video. We're going to look at 2 really great sources on minerality. Zinhumbricht, where we got the text from, and the second one from a good friend, really great professional, David Molina from Outlook Wine. Enjoy. We're going to look at the grammar activity that I gave you, and we had to fill in the gaps with the grammatical words. In the first space we had to describe. Why? Because we use words to describe something. It is a typical collocation that we use, and it's use something to do something else. In the second place, it was a sense of smell, a sense of place, but as I just said, we can also say a sense of smell, a sense of taste. These are, again, other collocations that go together. Some descriptors like, giving examples, like. And then the preposition that we use on the nose, on the palate, in appearance, which is different. Chemically, there is no volatile radical associated to minerals. There is. If it were plural, it would be there are. So, a connector. So, they do not evaporate. And it is possible that some minerals can be associated to something else. This is a passive form of the verb associated, to be associated. And it gives us a modal verb, can be associated, before. That there are volatile, and therefore, this therefore is also emphatic. We could say that other elements that are volatile and have an aroma that can be detected, but therefore we use as a little bit of an extra emphasis. For example, we know this one, right? For example, it's a collocation, always goes together. Some iodine mixed with, right? Mixed with. This is a lovely phrasal verb, mixed with salt. The mineral nose of some wines, the article, the article that we use with plurals. Some wines is not a specific, it's not like an or the wine, it's some wine. And then the last one was than, which is a comparative. So I hope that was useful for you. I hope you've practiced. We're now going to go on to the second part of the video where I'm going to explain 2 sources about minerality. So after having a look at the grammar activity, I'm now going to give you 2 really great sources talking about minerality. The first one is where I actually got the article from, and this is from the website Domaine Zinhumbricht, which is in Alsace, and the webpage is in French and English, as you can see up here. The main winemaker is Olivier Humbrecht. He's a master of wine, and I would say this page I was introduced to this page and this winery through Andrew Jefford when he came to do one of our tastings, and he mentioned the actual tasting notes on this page, and they are amazing. They're very, very good, and there are some reasons why they're good. Obviously, the wines they try to be site specific. Obviously, they're the typical varieties that we can find in Alsace: Muscats, Rieslings, a little bit of Pinot Noir here and there, Pinots, some Pinot Gris and Pinot Blanc as well, and Gewürztraminer. But the thing I like about these tasting notes, and I do try to use them in my tastings, these wines, is that they are very, very, very specific with some detail here in the technical area. I love his system that he uses here with his índice, which is a sweet sensation index that he invented himself. And his tasting notes and description of the wine is extremely concise, obviously because he's a master of wine. So I would say these are very good sources to come and look at tasting notes if you want in the future. Now, I got this article, or I didn't get it, I used it, I've sourced it from this part here, which is biodynamics. Now, it's a very long article. It's not a study, it is an article. It's his idea, it's his way of thinking about minerality. But I would definitely recommend it. Take your time, go over it, read through it. It gives a lot to think about when it comes to minerality. I think the word minerality has been used in too wide a context. I think people use the word and they don't really understand what the word means. I myself try to keep away from the word as much as possible. He does say that it doesn't depend more on aromas, it does depend more on texture, on the palate. And I just think it's a really good read. It's slightly technical in some parts, but it's a good read. And we have something closer to home, or at least closer to my home, which is Barcelona. And that is with Outlook Wine, the Barcelona Wine School, and David Molina. Now, David Molina has been around since 2009. He's been doing wine courses, tasting, seminars, very top quality, professional tastings and seminars. And he has down at the bottom of his webpage, apart from his seminars, which are brilliant, I've done a few myself, and his tasting courses, but if you go down a little bit further past WSET courses that he does in Barcelona, you can go down to this part here, which is minerality in wine. And all you have to do is put in your name, put in your email, accept the conditions, and they will send you a PDF of the scientific studies, because it's based on a doctoral thesis. Now, it's brilliant that people like Zin Humbrecht or Olivier, David Molina, and lots of other people out there, it's brilliant that these people, these professionals, want to share their knowledge and what they've done with the community so we can improve. I don't think you can get any better than that, really. So I hope you have the time to read them. I hope you enjoy them. I hope they're useful. And see you in a minute. Right, so we hope you enjoyed that. I hope it wasn't too difficult. The texts or the articles may be a little bit too technical, but they're still a good read for all those wine tasters and wine professionals in the sector. Next time we're going to look at an activity about wine glasses from Riedel. Enjoy. See you later, family. Have a great time.